Hi, I'm Amy.
I'm Laura.
And we are Two Paper Girls. This is another Top 5 Wednesday video, and this week the topic is books you've read or nearly read in one sitting.
I must admit I struggled with this one. I don't think I've ever really read a book in one sitting, maybe two long sittings, because there's always something I have to go up and do, no matter how engrossed I am in a book. But these are the ones that I read really, really quickly.
As always, Top 5 Wednesday was created by GingerreadsLainey, and we'll link her down below.
So let's just get straight into it. My number 5 choice is The Lover's Dictionary by David Levithan. All of his books tend to be pretty short, and this was definitely one of the shortest. I think I did actually read this one in one sitting. I actually want to reread it because I can't remember it very well, but it was just a really quick, fun book. It was like a love story told in dictionary definitions, and I really enjoyed it.
My number 5 is also a book by David Levithan. He's going to appear a lot in this top 5, I reckon. It's Hold Me Closer, The Tiny Cooper Story. This is basically a musical, and it's hilarious. It's like a script musical, and I just couldn't stop laughing, and it was brilliant. And I read it in one day, in one sitting, out in the sunshine. I was like, this is summer.
My number 4 is Maggot Moon by Sally Gardner. I read this book pretty recently, not entirely in one sitting, but really quickly. I think I read the last 250 pages in one sitting. I really enjoyed it. It was very fast paced, with quite big font, and I just really enjoyed the writing style. It was just such a unique tale, and I really enjoyed that book.
My number 4 is The Scorch Trials by James Dashner. I remember reading this on holiday when I went abroad, and I read it on the beach, and I was dying of heat, and it was very scorchy.
Yeah.
So I read that in a day because I was just on the beach.
My number 3 is the Doctor Who graphic novel, The Dialect Project. I think this was one sitting actually, and it introduced me to the world of graphic novels because I was quite, nervous about it all. My brother bought me this for Christmas and he was like, no, you should appreciate them, they're really good, and it opened my eyes to graphic novels, and yeah, it was really, really good.
My number 3 is The Maze Runner by James Dashner. I love this series, and I read both of the first books on holiday. I read Maze Runner just before, I think, but I read it in a couple of sittings, I reckon. I don't think I read it all at once, but I remember reading it very, very fast from start to finish. And I just love that series so much.
My second favourite book that I've read in nearly one sitting is All My Friends Are Superheroes by Andrew Kaufman, Amy's favourite book. I think I've read this book twice, and I think both times I read it in one sitting because it's very short and quick, and it's just very engrossing as well. It's a really, really good book, and I think it's definitely one of my favourite short, quick reads.
That might come up again in this top 5.
Ooh.
My number 2 is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I absolutely love Titheos, but it wasn't... I remember reading it. It come out on a Friday. I remember going to get it, and I remember getting it because the signed one that we ordered wasn't going to arrive before it actually came out in the bookshop. So I went and bought one, which was also green and signed, and then I got one that was signed, and I got a black and a brown.
Yeah.
And I remember giving one to you because you just got green.
I got 2 green, which was the most common, because I got 2. We both got 2, didn't we? One to keep and treasure and one to read. Yeah. And I got 2 greens, so Amy gave me the brown because it was rare. And linking on to Amy's point very nicely, my top book that I read in one sitting is The Fault in Our Stars. I was so excited to get this book, and I remember just sitting downstairs with some music on, just ignoring the world and just being so happy that I had the new John Green book. I didn't read it quite in one sitting. It got to 11:30 and they were in Amsterdam and everything was really happy, and I was like, I'm going to stop it here, and I'm glad I did because the next chapter things happened. But I read that in 2 sittings, and I think it's the most excited I've ever been about a book where I just have to read it as soon as I get my hands on it.
Also linking into Laura's top 2, my top 1 book that I read in one sitting was All My Friends Are Superheroes. I think Laura gave me this because her boyfriend gave it to her, and his mum gave it to him, and then Laura was like, oh, you must read this, and then it just quickly became my favourite thing. And I just read it in the bath, just it takes about 40 minutes just to read all the way through. And it's just an amazing book. I just read it every time I need a little pick-me-up, and it's great.
That is our top 5 books we read in one sitting or nearly one sitting. Let us know down below if you've had any books that have just been so engrossing you have to keep reading them.
And we'll see you in the next Top 5 Wednesday.
Bye!